Okay, sir.
Yesterday we have seen couple of concepts in jQuery in which we have learned how to import a plugin, and in that we have also separated the scripting code to an external file.
Sir, just 2 seconds, sir.
Okay. So yesterday we have learned how to import a jQuery plugin, and
Mm-hmm.
we have seen couple of examples related to this one. And let me remove this external JS and let me place the script code over here. The script code is written over here. So we have seen like related to CSS and dot click functionality we have seen. Anybody joined?
Yeah, Leela is joining, sir.
Okay.
I have a question. Like in the script, we can use any other script function also. I mean, the script tag.
In the script, writing one more script tag, it doesn't make any sense because it
Okay.
is already a script area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because you just have given before we are having the jQuery plugin there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So,
so that's why I asked you the question.
so this script is closed over here.
Oh, yes, sir.
So another fresh script we have started in this way.
Sir, Leela couldn't hear, sir.
Okay. Mm, Leela, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Let's start this session now. So yesterday we have
Oh,
seen couple of functions of the jQuery, and we have also learned how to write a scripting code, jQuery functions. So what is the ready function over there? And we have seen couple of functions like dot click and all. So let me take one example so that it will be a revision for the yesterday's class, and then we will be going for the next forward session. So what I'm going to do is, as Sweta is in India, I'm just displaying a message like welcome to India. So this welcome to India, let me, as she's an Indian, so I'm adding a word like welcome back to India. What I'm doing is I'm providing some CSS on it. So how to provide by using .css. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide some background color. So the color is like pink, and let me come back over here. Let me run this program. So you can see that the color is pink. Multiple CSS, it's pretty simple. .css you have to use and you can apply it on that. For example, width, how much? Width is like 300 pixel. So you can see that the width is 300 pixel. And if you want to go for height, anything you can, .css you can use and you can continue with that one. In the same way, we have learned something like click functionality. So it's pretty simple, and these functions are also very easy to remember. .css means it relates to CSS. .click means it relates to clicking an event. So when we are clicking on that, if you want to display any alert over here, can simply display the alert as well. So in this way, the dot clicked, and that all we have studied. So someone have opened a line. Do you have any questions?
no, sir.
Okay. See, if you have any questions, please unmute and ask. If you don't have any questions, so please mute because this distortion will get recorded in the video also. So it will be a problem for you only. when you watch this later on. So perfect. So now I'm going to deal with couple of CSS. It goes over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this as a div instead of paragraph, and I'm going to create a class for this div. So what is a class here? Let me define some class. You can go for class ID, whatever you want. So class is like welcome. Something we have to write for that class. So welcome is a class over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply give some background color and font size 15 pixel, font style as bold, something, some CSS just I am providing over there, and width is like auto, height is like auto. So nothing is there in script as if now. It's a simple HTML file. You can see, let me make this as font size 55 and width is big. So let me reduce the width as 300 pixel. Oh, it's 700. Let me give some padding as 50 pixel. Margin as 0 pixel. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove CSS from here. There is no CSS. So what happened? Without CSS, it displays the original text over there. So what I'm going to do is I am going for two CSS. One is welcome and another one is greet. One is pink, one is light blue. Okay, so if I write the CSS like class equals to greet, then this will be a greet, and if I write a class as welcome, then this applies with the welcome class. So my requirement is like this: if the admin logins, I want the background to be different. If the normal user logins, I want the background to be different. So there should be difference in background for different users. So every time I can't come down over here and change, because in a one click, in a 1 second, there might be a thousands of hits towards the server, and every time I can't come back over here and add the class. So in this video you will be learning how to add a class to a particular element. So it's pretty simple. Dot add class, so it can be welcome. Let me change the class, and this can be greet. So you can see that this div is not having any class with it. Still, this div is displaying some class related data. So this is what the use of add class. Now you can say that how to make it dynamic. So in order to make it dynamic, you have to provide some input.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
So I didn't get your topic, so can you repeat me once again?
Yeah, let me complete it, and then if you have any questions, I will ask you. Okay. Input type equal to text, name equal to uname, and one more is like input type equal to button, value equal to submitted. Okay. So let me finish this. Yeah, let me explain you. So are you guys there on the call, or we left?
Sir.
Perfect. So what is the requirement is there is a login screen. Consider this is a login screen, and if the username is admin, then it should display some different screen. If the username is not admin, other than admin, it should display some different screen. Okay, The screen is one, but the color of the screen should get different with different user. So what is the screen we have? The screen is welcome back to India. If the user is admin, then it should apply greet class. If the user is not admin, then it should apply welcome class over here. So what is this greet class and what is this welcome class? If you come over here, you can see that you have a class over here with name welcome and with name greet. So in this example, what you are learning is with different user, you are applying different CSS. Okay? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the one way to apply the CSS? You have to hard code in the div tag. Then this is a one way. But if you hard code, then this is not dynamic. It will be static for all. If it is admin or administrator, or it can be anything other than admin. For all, it will be common CSS. But how to make a dynamic CSS that you have learned in this example. So what I have done for that? So initially, I have hided this div. What is this div here? Welcome back to India. I have hided initially. So for that, yesterday's one hide function I have used. So and then what I did, what is my requirement? When I click over here, this value should get submitted to the function. Then only this will get applied. Okay. So on the click function, I am sending this value from here to a function. From where? From uname to a function. So how to access value? Dot val. Dot val is used for accessing a value. Dot val, I will take one more example for this. For time being, you just remember. Get element by ID is replaced with val over here. And the one speciality of jQuery is the naming convention. It has given a super naming convention over here. The name itself represents lot of meaning and it's a very lightweight. It's not like dot get element by id dot value, all that. It's very simple. Once I access the value, I have compared this value with the condition. If it is administrator, then what I am doing, I am applying a CSS here. Which CSS? Greet class. If it is not administrator, then I am applying another class so called welcome. Okay. So do you have any questions?
Oh, yes, sir. In the admin function, you have used dot val, right? Var uname is equals to dot val. Then why are you not using the in the else condition dot val?
So I have written this val outside.
Mm-hmm.
It is not inside admin. If you see over
Okay.
here, because I need a value before comparing. Because of that, I have written at the top level. So if you want, you can write over here also. But make sure that whatever you are writing, it should come under ready function.
Okay, that was the question is why you are using ready? Because yesterday in the yesterday class, I think so we not have been learned about ready function.
Yesterday we have started with the ready function only. So ready function is a main function of jQuery.
Oh yeah.
So
Yes.
if you see, here is the thing. If you practice today's class today only, when you start practicing, you will be remembering 60%. So before practicing, you will be remembering 60%. If you try another day, it will be 40%. If you try for the third day, it will be 20%. And if you try after 10 days, everything will be new for you.
Yes,
Then you
yes.
have to capture from the video and you have to practice. Fine. So this is what
Yes.
one use of the dynamic one. So this is one simple class we have added. In this way, you can add a number of classes, a number of background images, anything, whatever you want, you can do. So everything will come down over here. Is it clear? Still, if it is not clear, I suggest you to practice this example. Still, you are unable to get, drop me a mail with your code. I will try to explain you where are you lagging over there. So yesterday I have said you to work on mouse enter, mouse down, and mouse up function. However, if you have not done yet, please try to do this one. Let me take one slide up, slide down, and toggle function. So I'm just removing everything from here. I'm just making a simple code. One CSS is there. Now we have a class like welcome and nothing else. So if I click, oops, over here, I need to see the syntax. Slide down. So this should be a semicolon. So here we have written a code for slide down, and in this one I have used a jQuery predefined function, so called slide down, and we are applying it on div. Let me debug this code and check whether this is working or not. So when I scroll up, I will be getting a scripting code over here. I'm placing a debug point to verify whether this is getting called or not. So you can see that the call has been made on div, but here this slide down is not getting applicable over here. Let me check this function slide down in jQuery. So here we will be coming to know where exactly. So jQuery is also having a very good API. So this API comes with a number of examples over here. You can check at the slide bar. It has number of event performing functions over there. So we are looking for slide down. Here it gives some examples with respective to that also. Dot slide down. So mm, function. I don't think we need a function in that case. Here is a very good example. Diff slide down slow. So let me give an alert. So here alert is coming fine, but this slide down is not working. So let me check why it's not working. Hide is working fine. So we have to check for the slide down. Let me take some other example. Here we have number of examples. Paragraph dot slide down. This is a very high level example. Okay, let me take one button. On the click of button, we will slide down this one. Input type equal to button ID equal to button and value equal to click me. So here, in spite of diff, what I'm doing is I'm taking a ID button, and here we are going to follow with slide down. So there are many reasons if it is not supporting. The one reason might be a plugin. So we need to check whether this slide down function is available in the plugin or not. So this is coming down over there, but this is not applying on that. So we have to check this plugin for this one. So I will check this one why this slide down, even slide up also will not work, I think so. Slide up is working fine. Yeah, you can see that slide up is working good, and slide down is not working over here. Yeah, we need to. So yeah, so what is the use of slide up? It will move a diff towards up. Slide down means it will move a diff towards down. In the same way, it goes from top to down. But it's not working. Let me check why it's not working. Or else we can take this code for our purpose in order to support the functionality. Let me try this one. Then so slide up, slide down. Okay. Now we have to check where are we lagging. Let me revert the code. And here we go. We have a button click dot slide down. So dollar dot, let me write down over here, slide down, and here it is not having any parameter. So if you are not able to reach something but you are able to reach with some other code, the best way to overcome that problem is you should compare the code. Still this is not working. Let me troubleshoot this problem later on. So we have learned about the slide up in this case. So slide up is used for sending a diff towards up. So this will be useful when you are scrolling your screen. You want something to be scrolled towards up. So in that case, you can go for the slide up, and slide down is something in which case it will be used is you want to show some uh, nowadays you are seeing a chat web will be there at the side bottom. So when you want to scroll down and you are not interested in chatting, then that will be slided down. So that is a one use. And we have also called toggle. Let me check this toggle. Toggle is also not working. I need to check with this plugin where exactly the gap is. So we have learned something about how to add a dynamic CSS, and we have also you try this function from your side in your browser. In place of slide up, you go for the slide down. Okay, now we are going to learn something extra about this attribute text HTML and some more thing. So if you want to add some code to your div, then you can go in this way. You can click over here. The text got added. So this you have learned in the JavaScript also, how to add a text. So did you remember how to add a text in JavaScript?
Okay.
What is that function?
Mm. Sorry.
So there are various ways to add a text over here. One is dot text and another one is dot html. So dot html and dot text differences, it is applicable for multiple elements. So you just refer the difference if you want to know. Dot text, dot html in jQuery, you will come to know about the differences and all. Okay, and even we have something so called append. So what is the use of append? It is used for appending some data. So append will be useful. There is a option so called you might have seen in this case, add files in Gmail, add more files. If you go with the basic version of the Gmail, then if you go for the compose mail, after adding one, then you have add more files. So number of attach more files. So if you can attach the number of files. When you are seeing a functional way, you are seeing like number of options are getting attached over there. Five options are getting attached. So this append will be helpful for your case where you can attach number of fields over there. So this append is nothing but your input type equal to text, and if you want file, then you have to go for file. So you can see that you can attach as many you want. So this is not only related specific to this one. This append is used for appending a data, and so add class, this all we have seen. So here we have a slide up example. This I have used for my previous batches. Let me use the same thing for your case. Mozilla. Let me check the plugin got downloaded. The plugin got downloaded over here. Oh, it's not working here. I need to explain you dynamic way of adding a plugin. So yesterday we learned the way of adding a plugin is by downloading a file. So you can see that this is a example for slide up. So if you see the code, dot slide up is used over here. So in the same way you try for this slide down. The slide down is not working in my case, so I don't want to try for that. After class, I will check what is the reason why it's not working. So let me quickly move to the another concept like dynamic way of adding a plugin. So how to add a plugin? Hello. So how we are adding a plugin? We are downloading a plugin and we are saving in a specific location and then calling that plugin by using a script tag. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now there is another way for this one. If you are if you don't want to download a plugin, then what you can do is you can simply call a plugin online. It will pick this plugin from Google directory. So this code you can replace from here. So this is nothing but downloading a plugin. Okay. So here you don't need to download in your system explicitly. It will directly access from Google API and it will download it and it will allow you to do your functionality. So now you can see that it has downloaded your jQuery. It has downloaded min also, .js also. So we have not written this code. We have not added any .js or something. Simply we have called it online. So if you take this one in this way, you will come to know. Okay. Did you get my point?
Sir, like that. Can you show me an example?
Yeah. So let me explain you once again. I think it's not clear to you. See, in order to work on jQuery, we need a jQuery plugin, correct? So in order to work on jQuery, we need a jQuery plugin. So we have downloaded this one and saved in the save drive. Same drive where I have saved the one.html. In the same drive, I have downloaded and placed over here. Now I don't want to download, I want to call it directly. So what is required for that case? I have to provide the path from where it has to pick. Okay, so it will be picking the file directly from the specific path from internet, and it will store in your browser in this way. Okay, so this is nothing but accessing a plugin and doing your work. Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Did you get it? So if you are not clear with this one, simply go with the old idea. This is what old idea. So there will be situation where you don't want to move your file to the production server. So what you will be doing? Simply you will be providing a path. So if you work on this using a path, then you have to be connected with the internet because you are accessing it online. So if you're not connecting via internet, without internet you want to practice, then you have to download it and you have to save this file and you have to work in this way. Is it fair enough? Guys, I'm not getting answer from you.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Sweta?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So let me take something else over here. So you have learned how to go with the CSS manipulation, and if you want to add multiple CSS, you can go in this way. Let me cover this part. Let me roll back all the changes from where we have started. Not here, not here, not. Yeah, here we go. So what we have done, we have added a background color and the width to the welcome back to India. Correct? So here it is paragraph and here it is div. So let me make this as div. So because of that, it was not displaying. You can see you have applied the CSS. So if you want to apply the list of CSS, like a dot welcome we have created, which is a very big list. So that many dot CSS, dot CSS, dot CSS you have to apply. So for example, let me show that one as well. Dot welcome. Here you want to give, oops, background color as gray, font size as 20 pixel, and anyhow, okay, background color is already there. Font size, want to provide some padding of 100 pixel, and height is not there here. Let me give the height also as 300 pixel. So this welcome we have not applied over here. So because of that, we are not able to see the changes. Let me apply class so you can see this. So what I mean to say is, if I want to apply all the CSS here, then what I need, dot CSS font size 20 pixel. Okay, so in spite of writing here, we applied over there. In the same way, if you want to go for padding, again dot CSS padding as 100 pixel. In the same way, if you want to apply height as 300 pixel. So you have applied everything over there. Now you don't have to worry about this class and all. Writing a class and not writing is one and the same. So here it's a very complex issue. So they might be like one CSS can have 100 lines of code, one class of the CSS. So if you have a single CSS, then it sounds good. But if you have 100 CSS, then you have to write dot CSS as 100 times. So in order to support this feature, we have a concept of array of CSS. So the same thing what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wrap in an array. So background color as pink. So the same everything I'm going to wrap in an array, and width as 300. So in spite of writing .css, what we can do is we can call in a single go. Guys, are you following me? So here is a opening of array, and here is a closing of array. Okay, it is saying comma is somewhere expected. Let me troubleshoot it. Font size, padding, height. So we have to be very careful with this all. The syntax is very important. So here is a gap. So here we go. So what I'm doing is everything I'm enclosing in a double quote. Oof, it's very painful. So finally, here we go. Let me check still something is missing here. You can see that missing something over here. Background color, pink, white, width, this. Let me come back over here and check. Yeah, now the CSS got applied. So what you learned from this example? In spite of 100.css, we can have a array of a css,
Yes,
an array. Yeah, someone have raised
yes,
a
yes,
voice,
yeah,
so yeah, please go ahead. You want to tell something?
nothing, sir.
Nothing?
Mhm.
Okay. So are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So if you want, you can. It sounds good. The changes will look over there. Yeah. So it means that your changes are there. Okay. So that's it, guys. I'm done with my session. Do you have any questions? And you can even
No,
see over
sir.
here, like the plugin we have downloaded here. If you don't want to go with plugin, what is another way? Directly call it online. So simply, what you have to do is you have to copy this path and paste it over here. Okay. If you don't have plugin and if you have not specified the path also, see what happens. It's simple CSS, and dollar is represented as a jQuery, and it is saying it is not defined because it is defined in this plugin, and the plugin itself is missing. Now you can see that it got downloaded, and you are able to see the jQuery code reflection also. So thank you guys. If you have any questions, you stay on the call or else you can drop off.